Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fitness Goal Friday. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most important things that you need to manage in order to continue to take action towards your health and fitness goals. And that's 4 ways to manage your emotions with your fitness results. The goal of the Best You podcast is to allow you to feel confident about what you need to do, why you need to do it, and how to do it in order to get closer and closer to your best you. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fitness Goal Friday. I am telling you what, I am so glad that I thought to create an episode based off of managing your emotions with your health and fitness results, because I've realized that this needs to be something that I address more and more with clients, because this is something that everybody is constantly dealing with on a daily and weekly basis when they're en route to their fitness results. And it can be a roller coaster ride. Sometimes your emotions can be sky high and you're doing really well, and sometimes they can be down in the dumps, just depending on the day, depending on if you're comparing yourself to other people, and depending on how much progress you're making. But today I'm going to talk about 4 specific ways to help manage your emotions with your fitness results. And this is all internal. This is not don't compare yourself to others, because we can hear that and we can nail that into the wall and slap you over the head as many times as possible with don't compare yourself to other people, but you're still going to do it to a certain extent. And so today I want to talk about internal ways that you can manage your emotions. Step number one is managing your emotions through your expectations. You see, so much of our emotions are determined by if the expectation that we had is met. And if there's a gap between reality and expectation, then that produces our negative emotions, whether it's frustration, anger, depression, anxiety, whatever it is. Negative emotions are largely created and manifested because of a lack of fulfillment from a perceived expectation. And that last part that I just said is really important, a perceived expectation. You oftentimes put expectations for the results that you think you should get at a much higher level from where they should actually be. And that's why when certain people say that you should set your goals really big in life, I'm like, easy. You don't want to set your goals too big, because then you're setting yourself up for failure and you're setting yourself up for negative emotions. Because if you set your goals too big and you have too high of an expectation, too lofty of an expectation, when you inevitably fall short of that, negative emotions are going to brew. Negative emotions are going to cause you to stop taking action moving forward. And so having the appropriate expectation largely comes from just being honest with yourself. And often it could also come with having a coach regulate your expectations for you. So one of the things that I always do with my 10-week transformation clients before starting is I give them my honest opinion as to where they think they can be at the end of 10 weeks. And so sometimes that might mean pulling back a little bit on a weight loss goal. That might mean pulling back on how much muscle they might be able to gain. And so we have to have an honest conversation so that we can lay out some realistic expectations, so that when we're making progress, the lack of fulfillment on those expectations does not present negative emotions in the first place. Before I go into number 2, I got to talk about this hat that I have on. I don't wear hats very often, but I'm wearing my Franklin Bridge Golf Club hat right now, because at the time of this recording, I am in week 1 of pursuing my golf goal, and I'm super excited about it. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you go follow me at carrier_bestyou to follow along with my quarter 2 of 2022 golf goal. Again, go follow me on Instagram if you don't already at carrier_bestyou to track my journey. All right, way number 2 to manage your emotions with your fitness results is to realize that success is supposed to take time. Success is supposed to take time because it requires you to form the habits necessary in order to sustain it. You see, so many people who win the lottery blow their money right away because they haven't formed the habits necessary to sustain that level of wealth. And because the habits are not there, the success erodes as quickly as it came. Same thing with fitness results. If somebody loses a crap ton of weight in a short period of time because they take a pill or because they go an extreme on a diet, then they're going to gain that weight probably back pretty quickly, because they didn't have enough time to form the habits necessary to sustain that new level of fitness or that new weight, if you will. And so it's really just a constant reminder that you need to have for yourself. This is supposed to take time. This is supposed to take time. And that's just generally in life. That's one of the things that gives me peace on a regular basis. Sure, I always wish I was making more money. I always wish I was impacting more people. But one of the things that I've realized is if my business grew too fast, then I wouldn't have the systems, the processes in place to be able to sustain that growth, and everything would explode and crumble. So I want to make sure that my business grows slowly and gradually so that when I do hit a point where I inevitably am making the amount of money that I want to make and am impacting the amount of people I want to impact, I always want to be doing more. But I will have the systems and processes in place to be able to sustain that level of production or that level of output for my business. So success is supposed to take time because it requires you to form the habits necessary to sustain that. Let that give you peace. The third way to manage your emotions with your fitness results, and this is very much for people who are trying to lose weight or improve their body composition, is realize that there are internal changes happening at a cellular level that you cannot see. That's the third reason. The third way to manage your emotions is realizing and being aware of the fact that there are internal changes happening at a cellular level that you are not able to see. You see, if you're improving your nutrition and improving the information that you are feeding your cells, it is inevitable that inside of your body, your cells are getting healthier. Your cell membranes are getting more permeable. You're having less insulin resistance. Your mitochondria is going to be healthier, the energy powerhouse of the cell. There's so many different aspects of your cell, your liver, your gut, all of these things that are not measurable unless you do extensive testing. And so when you improve your diet, all those things, your cellular health, your gut health, are super important, and they're happening at a cellular level that you don't even realize. And because you're too focused on the scale, you're too focused on moving some of these exterior definitions of success when there are a lot of interior definitions of success that we can't always see. So realize that you are doing better than you think because there are invisible things that are happening that are positive. The fourth way to manage your emotions with your fitness results is to redefine success to following through with the promises that you make to yourself. This is maybe the number one message that I want to get across to everybody when it comes to their health and fitness results and when it comes to life in general, that we need to define success based off of the things that we can control. Because why would we base success based off of things that we can't control? There's no reason that we should ever align success with the uncontrollable. Define success as what you can control, and you can control following through with the promises that you make to yourself. Success does not equal the outcome. Success is the process. Success is saying that you're going to do something and then following through with it, and saying that you're going to do something else and then following through with that. Because if you can form that habit, if you can form that muscle of saying that you're going to do something and then actually doing it, and then you can rinse and repeat that on a daily basis, no matter what it is that you want to achieve in life, you're going to be able to achieve it, because all you have to do is tell yourself to make the next step, and then you'll be able to follow through. And then you'll be able to make the next step and follow through, because the law of momentum will not allow you to stop. Because once you follow through with step 1, step 2, step 3, it is inevitable that you're going to follow through with steps 4 through 99, because you have formed that habit and you have formed that muscle. So don't base success just on the results. Base success based off of following through with the promises that you make to yourself. Again, in recap, the 4 ways to manage your emotions with your fitness results. Number 1, manage your emotions through your expectations. Don't set unrealistic, lofty expectations, or you're setting yourself up for failure. Number 2, success is supposed to take time because it requires you to form the habits necessary to sustain it. Realize when it's taking longer than you want, that just means it's going to be more sustainable when you get there. Number 3, there are internal changes happening at a cellular level when you're improving your nutrition that you can't necessarily see on the scale. Patience, it'll come. Number 4, redefine success to following through with the promises that you make to yourself. We are not outcome-oriented goal achievers and goal setters here at Best You. We are process-oriented. The outcome's going to come if we are process oriented. That's the ironic thing. The outcome's not going to come. The result is not going to come if we're outcome oriented, but it will come if we're process oriented. If you guys got something out of today, make sure you send it to a friend or family member. All you have to do is click the share button, or you can send them to nickcarrier.com/podcast. And if you're interested in learning these principles at a much deeper level, then now is the time for you to get started with the 10-week transformation. nickcarrier.com/10WT. Look, if you are frustrated with your lack of ability to do the things that you know you should do, the 10-week transformation is for you. If you wish you had a little bit more confidence in yourself, both from confidence in your body and just confidence internally, the 10-week transformation is for you. It has changed over 230 lives at this point. I have run 16 in-person programs in Nashville, which is crazy to think about because I can still remember like it was yesterday when I did the first one. But if you're ready to commit to yourself, commit to your health, and commit to upgrading yourself, then the 10-week transformation is for you. Go to nickcarrier.com/10WT. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, rate and review, subscribe, because you don't want to miss out these messages in the future. Now's the time to get closer to your best you. I hope the messages will help you manage your emotions to your health and fitness goals, and I hope it will help you manage your emotions to get closer and closer to your best you.